running the block. Y'all, that man ran after her. He ain't just chased her. He ran after her. What's up, world? It's your girl, Receipts with Real, and I'm here with my girl, Janice.
Hi, everyone. It is I Am Janice J.
Yes, so today we're going to be talking about trending topics. We're going to get into some Black news. We're going to start off having some fun, and then we're going to get more into the serious topics. Janice, remind everybody where they can find you.
Again, my name is I Am Janice J. You can find me on Instagram and TikTok. And I'm also on YouTube.
Yeah, I started following her about a year and a half ago, maybe 2. I absolutely love her content. She does, she does the deep dives into the real serious topics that our community needs to talk about. Have you been paying attention to the YouTube couples? Did you ever used to watch the YouTube couples like Corey, Carmen, Queen Naija?
I did. I love Queen Naija. I think she's the only one I watched.
Okay. And see, I kind of got on that train like a little bit late. So by the time I was watching Queen Naija, her and her husband had already started going through the divorce.
Yes.
Yeah. So
I just don't think her and Chris were a good fit at all.
No, they weren't. She's wifey material.
Yes.
And you could tell she really, really wants to be a wife, which brings me to my next topic. So she did end up finding love again.
She did.
And now everybody is talking because she's been with her new boyfriend, Clarence, for 6 years.
I didn't know it was 6 years already.
I
love.
Yeah, it's been 6 years, but everybody is talking because they're saying that they think that she might leave him soon because she just released a new record, pretty much hinting that, she wants to be married soon or she out the door.
So I wonder, was society talking about her first and that made her create the album, the song, or because when controversy starts, you grab a hold to it and you don't let it go?
Yes, I pretty much, she's on to something because she know her stuff, okay? Because that's pretty much what happened. So what happened was they were doing like a Q&A on their channel, and then I think he had got asked the question, like if a woman is in a relationship for 10 years and the guy hasn't proposed, should the woman leave? They were doing a Q&A on their channel, and then they got asked the question, like, if a woman has been with a man for 10 years, should she leave or stay if he hasn't proposed? And Queen Naija made it very clear that, like, I'm not staying nowhere for 10 years if I haven't been proposed to. So I feel like that question brought it to the forefront. And then you know how social media is. They just can't let stuff go, y'all. So they were talking about it for like a whole month to the point where he had to come out and make a statement. And I don't know, he was talking in circles. And then she ended up releasing a single. So I guess my thing is she has 2 kids, 2 different fathers. And she seems like she's in love with Clarence. I'm just wondering if she's letting the social media pressure her, because I don't really think she's going to leave him. Like, I don't think that she's going to leave him.
I agree. Like I said, I have not followed the story, but I'm going to just take what you said so far and just give my take on it. This is one thing I've learned. Time does not determine if you're going to be with someone. Yes, if you want to put stipulations on the time frame you want to stay a girlfriend before becoming a wife, then that's you. But one thing I've learned is you cannot put a time frame on love, because look at the people that say, I need to be married within 5 years, and then they're divorced before they hit year 10. So the only thing I think marriage does is it changes your last name. You have a piece of paper now, and I just don't get why some people try to make it seem like marriage is the true show if somebody loves you or not. Like, it's not, because again, marriages end every day.
They do. Marriages end every day, B.
They do.
They do. Marriages end every day, B. And it's almost like people would rather say that they were married once before. They don't even care if they get a divorce. And it's almost like people want to be married, but they don't want to be wives. Or they want to be married, but they don't want to be husbands.
You said a mouthful.
Yeah, it's mouthful. Like they want that title, but they don't even really care what it comes with.
That's true.
And so I completely get what you're saying, but it's almost like people look at it as a badge of honor versus, a lifelong commitment to somebody. So I definitely don't think, Queen Naija, if you're tuning in, I don't think that you should let people determine your relationship.
Please don't.
You're with a man who has accepted you and your child. If y'all are happy, if y'all are in love, then stay together. But if you ain't in love and he ain't doing what he need to do, hey sis, you young, you fine, you beautiful. So you already know what your next move is.
Yeah, I think a lot of people push their insecurities off on other people because sometimes if you go into the comments, the most women that comment ain't a wife.
Clock that T.
And not saying that you can't give your opinion. I love it. I love it. Give your opinion, keep talking. But you can't make the next woman do what you're saying she should have done. That's not how this rocks and rolls. It's just that simple.
It's just that simple. So clock that T, period. You can't tell nobody else what to do. Because honestly, I know somebody who's been with their boyfriend. Ooh, y'all, I hate to say it, but she's been with him for 20 years. They are not married for whatever reasons. I don't know their personal business, but they have raised their children together, and now they're raising grandchildren together, and they're happy. So I don't know. At the end of the day, people just got to do what works for them.
That's true. That is
so. So speaking of marriage, Judge Mathis and his wife divorcing?
39 years.
Girl!
And she filed.
Whew.
So that goes right back to what we just said about Queen Naija. You guys want her to get married because they've been together for so long. But look at all of the divorces that are ending after 20, 30, 40 years. Marriage does not say anything. It's the person. Don't know paper. I don't like it.
A paper does not define love. Judge Mathis, he's a judge, y'all. He be judging other people's lives. And I love me some Judge Mathis. Shout out to Detroit, okay? But 39 years and they're divorcing and she would rather be alone.
That's a lot. That says a lot.
That says a whole lot.
It does.
I don't know, y'all. We living in a whole different time frame where I'm starting to see that a lot of people are just choosing peace over a title.
I like that. Think about Nelly and Ashanti. They've been married since last year and didn't tell anyone. Then all of the gossipers and the blogs were saying what they wanted to say.
And y'all was talking about her real bad.
Yeah, talking about he made her a baby mama before he made her a wife. Lies. She was a wife. So guess what? Keep your mouth closed. Keep your mouth off other people.
Keep your mouth off other people because those two are in love, and I know they're in love. A lot of people was talking about them when they first got together. I had a few videos that I posted to them that went viral, and I saw there was a lot of good comments, but then some people was like, I could never get back with a man who left me for another woman. He didn't leave her for another woman, first of all. Second of all, y'all keep saying y'all wouldn't double back, but that's because y'all dating the Pookies and Ray Rays in the hood. Y'all are not dating Nelly.
Did you hear that?
So you can't say what you would do. And Ashanti was single for a long time. So
and then they can't spin the block because he ain't spinning the block.
Okay? He not spinning the block. Y'all, that man ran after her. He ain't just chased her. He ran after her. Mm-hmm. So, y'all, it was so funny because I don't know. Did you see the story about how they got back together?
I did not. Oh, they were on stage.
Yes.
I saw it.
Yes. They was on stage. It was crazy. And then this man, he made his way on stage just so he could get her attention, y'all. I thought that was so cute.
And hugged her.
Hey, boo. That's how you know he had been dreaming about her.
And then have you been seeing people compare his photos to when he was with his ex?
That man was stone faced.
Yeah, he was just in the Ashanti photos was like this.
Bright smile.
Showing all 32.
Showing all 32. That man, I'm telling you, Ashanti do something to him. They are just a match made in heaven. And I love it. So listen, we're going to pray over their relationship because I want them to stay together.
That's right. Yeah, I don't mean to just throw this out here. What do you think about Kirk and Rashida?
Oh my God. Oh God. Okay, I thought.
What if I tell you I'm one of those people? I thought him getting a child on her was a script they added to the show.
I did too.
Oh my God, I didn't know it was real.
Y'all. I saw baby Cannon and I still didn't believe it was real back then because he didn't look like Kurt to me.
Yes.
So I didn't think that it was real at all. I did not. But for her to come back, I don't know what, 7 years later, and it's real.
I couldn't believe it. I was in shock. Another perfect example. You want the husband and you put a time frame on it, but nothing about the marriage is real or right. So now what?
Now what? Girl. It's so funny that she said that we thought it was a script because he did her so dirty. Can you imagine doing somebody so dirty that the viewers don't even think it's real?
Exactly.
Like, we did not believe first of all, when I saw Jasmine, I was like, oh my gosh, she's so young. I just wouldn't, what was she seeing him? You know what I'm saying? And then how soft spoken she was and how she wasn't actually confident in telling the story. I thought that it was fake, but really that was just her just being young and being in a situation that she don't know what the hell she done got herself into.
That's true.
You know what I'm saying? And then how do you feel about the fact that Rashida pretty much said, like, you know, the situation is not going to be what you want it to be. We're not going to see your son all the time, but whenever he's in our care, he's going to be taken care of. How you feel about that?
I feel like she has a right to feel how she wants to feel, and I'm down with it. Whatever, because she's the one in the situation, not us. So whatever she says, I'm down with it. Because from my own personal feelings, if this situation, I don't know what I would do.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what I would do. I think we all on the outside looking in. We all on the outside judging, and I saw a lot of people saying like, basically people were arguing because first of all, people don't like Rashida. And Rashida hasn't done anything for people to not like her, really, but they don't like her because of the way that she's letting Kirk dog her.
The only reason they don't like her is because she stayed with them.
Because she stayed with him. Yep. So whatever Rashida says, nobody is ever going to agree with. But when she told her, she was like, it's not going to be what you want it to be. But when he's around, he's taken care of. I felt her on that. And a lot of people was coming at her like, oh, the child is innocent and da-da-da-da-da. Yes, the child is innocent, but Kirk and Jasmine decided to bring a baby into a marriage.
Yep.
And then the people always hollering, oh, the side chick don't owe you nothing. Well, Rashida don't owe Jasmine nothing either.
Say that again. That's true. That's true.
She don't owe her nothing. You can't just sit up here and go into a marriage and mess with somebody else's marriage and then think that the wife is supposed to treat you perfectly and give you respect. You didn't give her respect.
Then that's the thing. Every action deserves a reaction, but y'all don't like my reaction. But y'all don't say nothing about the action that caused the reaction. That's kind of hypocritical.
It's very hypocritical. It's very hypocritical. So I'm just one of them people, I see both sides. Like, I see where Jasmine is coming from, but also if I had a baby by a married man, which I would never do, I'm never going to sit up here and think that I can expect the same things from that married man that another man who actually loves me would do for my child.
Exactly. Not going to happen.
It ain't going to happen.
Not gonna happen.
It's just not going to happen. So.
And then sometimes I've always wondered why women that date men that have girlfriends or wives and he only comes around for this amount of time, you're not really getting a lot from it, but you automatically assume he's going to come around more when you have a child by him. You sealed your child's fate with the father that came after this child because he was already showing you what you were worth. So choose better. And even in a situation when women try to choose better, and I've seen where husband and wives have been married 30 years, 20 years, 15 years, but as soon as they divorce, that man is gone. He doesn't even help with the children anymore.
No.
So
I've heard that sometimes, not all the time, but sometimes I've heard that a man's role in his child's life is directly tied to how he feels about the mother.
I've heard that too.
There are a lot of men who deeply love their children because they see the woman in their child. You know what I'm saying? So men who operate like that, you got to be careful because once the relationship is over, they're not going to be in it for the child. So for all you men who be out there saying choose better, y'all got to cut the ladies some slack because sometimes we do choose better and the man is there in every way. And then as soon as a woman decides to leave, he doesn't want to take care of the kids no more.
That's true.
So You don't know until you in it. And as we see, marriage or no marriage, that don't always promise anything.
It's not. And now that you brought up about children, how do you feel about Nick Cannon and all those children? I don't have an opinion about the amount of children. My question comes in, when are they getting an equal amount of time with dad? All mothers have a different schedule. All kids have a different schedule. Some child is going to miss out on something. They're all around the same age. What if they graduate on the same day, have events on the same day? How will he maneuver? Ooh, that's a lot.
That's a lot. It is. Because I'm one of them people where I feel like if you have a bunch of different kids by the same woman, then it's not a problem. But if you have a bunch of different kids by different women, you're spreading yourself thin to different households. Like she said, so it's like there's no way that he could possibly be there for all of those kids in different households. Unless he just got a big old wrench and put all of his kids in one household.
That's true.
There's never any time. It's not enough time in a day. It's not enough days in a week for him to spend with his kids. And then the only thing he can do is provide for them financially.
I totally agree.
He's not going to be there to give them those father to son talks, father to daughter talks. He's not going to be able to show up to the soccer games and all of that. So
that's another thing. I didn't even think about that. His career takes him away from them as well.
We're going to hear from them kids when they get older, y'all. Yeah. We're going to hear from them kids.
And I think that's a lot of things a lot of people don't get and a lot of people don't understand. Those children will not stay children forever. You will have to answer when those children become of a certain age because they have questions. Oh, they have questions.
Yes, they're going to have questions. I see a lot of kids coming out from the content creating era, the family content creating era.
Yes.
When it first started, I want to say, I don't know, back in 2015 or maybe a little bit sooner, a lot of those kids are coming out to speak out and saying how they didn't like it. They didn't like being like the face of attention of those family channels. So it's just like, you got to be careful what you do anytime that you're having children because they're not going to stay kids forever. You know? So just moving along to that. Y'all, the kids of the YouTube era are coming out and saying how they hated being on those YouTube channels. Have you heard about that?
I have not heard that.
Girl, yes, there's like this one girl, this one white girl. I don't know.
Was it her and her mom?
Yep, it was her and her mom.
I heard something swiftly, but I didn't really get into it. Did she try to say that her mom was taking her money?
Yep, her mom was taking her money. Her mom, like, she's broke. She don't have no money. Her mom didn't put any money in the savings. And she was just like, it would be times where they would have to shoot the content over and over and over again. And she didn't want to do that. So, you know, I don't even know what to say about that, y'all. But just be careful. Be careful with them kids. Having money don't fix everything. Shoot, even Jessica the prankster, the light-skinned young girl who used to do pranks on her mom, she was adopted. Her mom, I think her mom's name was Mama Red. They used to do these pranks together. And then when Jessica turned 19, she moved out. Nobody knew why she moved out until like a year later, she finally ended up telling us, well, my mom wasn't paying me what I should be paid for them videos. She was keeping most of the money. And now that I'm grown, there is no more money.
I did not know that. Oh, wow. That's sad.
So like Janice said, them kids ain't going to stay kids forever. Okay, y'all. So we got into the hot topics. Now I want to get into our next segment. We're going to talk about community issues. So it's been a lot of community issues, y'all. It's always community issues, but somebody got to report it. Somebody got to report it because if we don't report it, who else going to do it?
That's true.
Now, my girl, she does a wonderful job at breaking down a lot of community issues. I absolutely love her page. So y'all definitely got to go check her out.
Thank you.
Could you tell me about some of the topics that you've been focused on this week?
A lot of the topics that I've been focused on this week. Number one, Breonna Taylor. We know currently, well, just recently, the most The two most important charges that the officers were facing were dismissed by the judge. Dismissed by the judge. So they have a laundry list of charges, but those are the two charges that we wanted to stick. Why? If you don't know, let me give a breakdown for you. To get a warrant to walk into someone's home, you have to show evidence to a judge. The judge reviews the evidence and see if there's enough evidence that warrants a warrant. Well, guess what these two officers did? They falsified documents to get the warrant from the judge. Yes. So the attorneys were fighting because they want to know, why are you saying Breonna Taylor's boyfriend is the cause of her murder and not these two officers, when if the officers never would have falsified the documents to get the warrant, they never would have went. Okay? They never would have went. So it hits you so hard because the police are supposed to be here to protect and serve. But when police deliberately falsify documents, and there's a third officer that has already pleaded guilty that stated that him and those other two officers falsified the documents to get the warrant.
So he already pleaded guilty.
He did.
So he's already going to go down, and them other two officers is getting offered them two charges.
It's sad. It is sad.
The things that money and skin color can buy.
It makes us look at the justice system totally different. Totally different. Is the justice system even for us?
It's not.
Like,
the justice system was never created for us. And after all these years, the justice system hasn't been reformed, but we're supposed to still have faith in it.
That's right. That is so right.
And these judges, I don't like the way judges are also put on a pedestal like God. Like they are the end all be all when they be biased themselves.
That's true. That's true.
I just can't believe. So with the Breonna Taylor situation, so what two charges did they get off on?
They didn't list them. And that was the thing. I kept going through. They just said the two most important felony charges that would have charged them for her murder were dismissed. They never listed what they were. But there were a long laundry list of other charges that they still are going to be held responsible for, or they still have to go before the judge for those, so, or go to trial for those.
Wow.
Yeah.
So what's going on with her boyfriend? Is he off the hook, or?
You know what? They have not said if he's off the hook. They're saying now that he's responsible. Now just imagine this. You're at home sleep. Someone kicks in your door, knowing you haven't done anything wrong. Are you going to return fire? You are. Exactly. Breonna Taylor's boyfriend said he never heard the police introduce themselves.
And he didn't.
Exactly. Because they probably didn't. You know, that no-knock warrant mess they got going on. Not saying that this was one, but we know if somebody kicks our door in and we're not doing anything to get our door kicked in, so we don't even think it's the police.
Exactly.
So we think it's a robber. He did exactly what all of us would have done.
So are we not supposed to protect ourselves from people breaking and entering in our homes?
Not if it's the police. So they say.
That is crazy to me. That is because we're not gonna act like police don't abuse their power.
Yes.
That is so crazy to me.
Happens.
I don't understand. And you know, Breonna Taylor is actually from my hometown. Yep, she's from my hometown of Grand Rapids, Michigan. So this case really, really hit close to home. I know a lot of her family members, and when I tell you, our people were out there in the streets fighting for justice. You know, fighting for her. They even named a street after her in our city. So I'm just really sad to see how all of this is playing out, and like what took it so long to even get to this point.
That's true. I still don't understand. My thing is, I think sometimes police try to hide things as well. It's so much. It's so much. We'll never know. We will never know.
Man, that is crazy.
It is.
Another story that I've been reporting on is the Alexis Patterson case. Have you heard about that? So about 20 years ago, there was this little girl who disappeared in Wisconsin. And the story is that her stepdad walked her to school. He dropped her off at the playground, and then he went back home. She was never seen. Well, I take that back. She was actually seen. It was confirmed by several students and other adults. They did actually see her on the playground.
Okay.
Because a lot of people in the beginning were trying to put it on the stepdad, but there was proof that she was on the playground. But she was like, I think she was sitting on the stair steps at a school and like pouting. And so for some reason, she never went inside the school. And and according to witnesses, they saw her talking to a woman, a grown woman on the side of the school. And some people, the way that they described the woman as one of the mom's friends. And that was the last time she was ever seen. So, I've just been digging into the situation. The reason why the situation was brought to my attention is because there's this woman named Tasha Neek Holman who was going around who's saying that she's actually Alexis Patterson.
Really?
Yeah, she's been going around saying that she's Alexis Patterson, and so people have been sharing her pictures all over social media saying how much she looks like the little girl. But y'all, I'm gonna tell y'all something. I'm just a no bullshit person. I've seen from day one that she was not that little girl. And so I was like, nah, like you're not her. And social media just wants a story. You know how social media is. They want to run with stuff. But upon me digging into the situation, I was able to speak with the victim's sister. And so I've been working with the victim's sister to get more information about that story, y'all. I've been doing so much digging on this case. So we're getting closer to finding some answers. I'll tell you that much. There are witnesses who are coming forward saying that they've seen her leave in a gray car. The sister has come forward and talked about the abuse that Alexis' mom was giving her. And then upon my digging, I saw that Alexis Patterson's biological father went to prison for, trying to watch my words, for doing great bodily harm to an 8-month-old baby, his baby. So her biological father is in prison for abusing a baby, an 8-month-old. And then her biological uncle went to prison for abuse and hiding a corpse.
Oh, wow.
So when I tell you the little girl was dealing with like some sinister family members and just evil all around her, she was dealing with a lot of evil all around her. So me and her sister Makita are working together to get that story out there and to bring her the justice that she deserves.
That's amazing. That's good.
Yes, y'all. So I love it. So I love to bring y'all the tea and I love to bring y'all the gossip, but I'm also grateful for my platform because I've been able to connect with some amazing people and I've been able to, reach out to victims of families, and they've also reached out to me. And y'all, one of the things that I absolutely love is like when I talk to the victims or talk to the victim's family and they tell me, thank you. Thank you for doing your due diligence.
They do.
You're doing a good job when the victim's families tell you thank you, because there's just so many other like random blogs out there who they just trying to get the first story. Yeah. And I like to think that we, take our time to research the situation so that we can give y'all, the best news. So I love the platform. I love it. I'm here to bring y'all tea. Like I said, I'm also here to bring y'all community news, because if we don't talk about it, who else gonna talk about it?
That's true.
We can't let them tell our story.
We can't.
All right, y'all. So that's all I have for y'all. So happy that y'all tuned in. Do me a favor. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. And then you make sure you hit that follow button for Janice. Hit that follow button for Receipts with Real. And I'm going to have a special surprise for y'all every week. We love y'all, and we'll see y'all next time.
Bye-bye.
Bye.